weight loss goal, a goal that tops the chart of New Year resolutions every year. Every 1st of January, a lot of people buy gym memberships, and by 15th of January, a lot of people stop going to the gym. Let us deep dive and understand why is this happening. Let's decode using the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a wonderful book that teaches us to build new habits and break bad ones. So, in his book, James Clear says, you were not supposed to set a goal. आपको गोल नहीं रखना था वेट लॉस का. बट वाई? गोल्स से ही तो डायरेक्शन आती है. इफ़ वी डोंट हैव अ गोल, हाउ डू वी नो वेयर वी आर गोइंग? He says that you were supposed to change your identity and not keep a goal. Take a pen and paper, write down your identity right now. Let's say, for example, for your aim of losing weight, you need to write down an identity statement saying that I am a healthy person and I exercise regularly and I also take care of my diet. Now you would say, ma'am, this is not true because I skip gym a lot, I never exercise regularly, and also I am not conscious of what I am eating. I eat a lot of fried food. Chole bhature seems to be my favorite one. So how can I write this? Because I am not doing this. The question I am going to ask you now is, how do you know? You know because you have proof of it. The proof is here. You know this. James Clear talks about bringing about tiny changes, 1% change. He says, go to the gym, exercise for 10 minutes, come back. Next time you go for a social gathering, skip the dessert, order salad. Don't drink a mocktail, go for water. Now, for daily life, all this 1% change is very frustrating. It doesn't bring results. So you wouldn't want to do it. But then come back to your identity statement. You have proof. Now we have to change that proof. By doing these small steps, one by one, you tell your mind that you are changing. By skipping that dessert, you have cast a vote for a healthier version of you. By, going to the gym maybe even for 10 minutes, and trust me, once you go, you will stay more than that. You have again cast a vote for your new identity. So what happens is you keep casting votes, you keep giving yourself proof that yes, the new identity is being built here. Now we've already set an identity for ourselves, but for this to work, we have to set up systems. He talks about systems. Now what are these systems? Systems, he says, comes in 4 steps. First is make it obvious. Second one, make it attractive. Third one, make it easy. And finally, make it rewarding. The first step in the process is make it obvious. Now for this, we use a technique called habit stacking. What we do is write down what you do in your complete day. For example, let us take an example of a busy housewife. She gets up, let's say it's 6:30 in the morning. Then she prepares lunch for her husband, packs tiffin for her children, wakes her children up, sends them to school, and then maybe she has some time where she relaxes, and then she does some other chores. So what we're doing is we're listing down all the activities in a day, and we're looking at what habits are already there. Now when you want to form a new habit, you have to sneak it somewhere inside the existing habits. Now if we tell her that from tomorrow just stop scrolling those reels and start doing Zumba by watching YouTube at home, she will not find it very attractive. What you can do is you can tell your mind that yes, after my 30 minutes of Zumba, now I will do my leisure activities, now I will watch my social media, and only after I've done my 30 minutes of exercise. So this is something that this one comes before the attractive thing she was doing, what she was enjoying. So just by stacking this new habit on top of the second habit, we are pushing her to do that particular task. Just telling yourself that I will do 5 Surya Namaskars tomorrow will not help. We have to use an implementation technique here, which is again described by James Clear. He says, instead of saying, I will do 5 Surya Namaskar tomorrow, the person should say, I will do 5 Surya Namaskar at 8 a.m. tomorrow after my husband and kids have left for the office. So there you have given yourself a time, and you have also given a location that I will do this in the living room. You can also add it. So you have to prime up your environment to get into the good habit within next 2 minutes. Your yoga mat should be ready, lying within your reach. Your gym clothes should be ready beforehand. You need not go looking for your gym clothes first, socks and then shoes. All of this must be ready so that whenever you decide to exercise, it should not take you more than 2 minutes to start whatever you want to do. Why is this 2 minute thing important? Because whatever habits are formed easily, they were the easiest to begin. For example, most of us start scrolling on our phone very easily today. Reason being, this phone is lying nearby, and it just takes a minute to start that app and start scrolling. The last step in this process is make it satisfying, make it rewarding. Now the thing is that our brain prioritizes those rewards which are immediate. For example, let me talk about a bad habit of smoking. Smoking relieves immediate stress but gives lung cancer in the long run. So a person prioritizes today to just relieve stress, he would smoke, but the lung cancer is going to come later in life, so avoids that because it wants immediate rewards. So similarly, our plan to lose weight, learn some language, write a maybe book, etc., will come in the future. That is why we get frustrated with these goals, these aims, and leave them very quickly. What is immediately rewarded is repeated, while which is immediately punishing is avoided. For example, a child puts his hand in the socket and feels that shock. Immediate punishment. After that, that behavior will be avoided. People who are known to delay gratification, like they are known to delay pleasures, they will get the most rewarded. For example, your UPSC aspirants, what they do is they lock themselves in a room for almost 1 year. They study very hard. They don't use these smart screen phones. They use those button phones. What they are doing is they are delaying pleasure. They avoid going socializing, going to their relatives' places and all. They are all occupied in their studies because they want a larger reward. But everyone is not like that. So much of effort, it is difficult. So what we can do here is add a little bit of pleasure to things that are going to reward us in the long run. Example here is of cheat meal. Why do you think these dietitians use this concept? Because when you are for 1 week complete exercise, and then there is a lot of dieting also goes on, they allow you one cheat meal so that you can have some kind of pleasure in the journey that is long. So I have now explained the concept of atomic habits by James Clear and explained that how you can use it to a practical problem in your life, maybe weight loss. You can also write in the comments that what other practical problem is bothering you, which you would like to understand with the help of this book and bring about a change. So work on that identity statement, set up systems, and then try to achieve whatever you want to. Do subscribe, do like, and do comment. Thank you.